Yo, your mom just called and I think she said Chiquito Tufá just came out with a new episode. Now, if you think what I'm thinking, I think it's time that we sit back, relax, and tune into this week's episode. Yo, welcome back to Chiquito Tufá. I'm your host, Kaya, and kicking it right off, we hit 1,000 downloads during our break. I know I haven't uploaded since October, but it is okay. Because, like I say every single time, coming back bigger and better than ever. But we did hit 1,000 downloads recently, and I have to say a big thank you to everyone that has been listening, has been supporting us, and sharing the podcast, because this show is going on almost 3 years now, and we've accomplished a big goal that I have set forward since the very beginning. Like when we first uploaded our very first episode back in 2023, I was like, I want to hit 500, and then after that, 1,000. I didn't think we were going to hit 1,000 this soon. But I'm grateful that we did, and I'm so grateful that even though we have so many episodes and, there are times where, we don't upload, you guys still show up and you still support. And thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, because without you, the show is nothing. This show started out with me just ranting with Jansen and just talking about our life and our experiences in this crazy world. And we've ventured out to not only our home states of Georgia and North Carolina, but we've made it to Florida, Virginia, California, all the way across to England, Spain, Australia. We made it so many places, and I'm grateful to even be able to be like, oh, my show has made it around the world. I didn't think this podcast was going to make it out of our hometown, but it did, and I'm excited. And I'm truly grateful for what has happened and what is to come. But it's hard sometimes recording, and not even I wouldn't even say just hitting the record button. I have so many episodes that are lined up and ready to go. And I'm like, when am I going to have the energy to upload? And I'm just I have all these episodes. I've this one I've been working on, I think twice already. I've written down this entire thing 3 times, and I'm just I just need to hit record, because I have episodes lined up that I want to make, but with scheduling, being tired, not having the energy, being unmotivated, it's harder to get those out. So there are going to be episodes that are a little bit behind, but that's okay, because these are things that I planned on doing not even months ago, weeks ago, and I'm just now getting to it. But this episode, I've literally recorded it yesterday. At the time we're recording this, it's Friday. I recorded it, I think Thursday, I recorded this Wednesday. And I was getting ready for work, and I was just I want to hit record. Did I care if I was going to be late? Absolutely not. But I just wanted to get something out that was not rushed, but genuine. And I take a lot of pride when it comes down to recording that, and that is why it takes so long to get an episode out. Because I don't want to make a mediocre episode to where it's oh yeah, you can kind of tell that I don't care. I want to give my all every single time that I hit record. Even when there are times where I want to record at midnight, but I just can't record at midnight because I can't be too loud because people are sleeping. Or I want to do it before work, and I'm just I don't have time because I have other responsibilities to take care of. And there are things that I have to do at work, and I'm just when am I going to have time to just hit that button? But like I said, I have a few episodes ready to go that need to be recorded. And when that gets going, I have at least that'll be at least 3 episodes in my opinion. And I think there was another episode that I recorded when I went to the mountains 2 months ago. I recorded a whole episode, and I was just I don't want to put this one out. And the reason for not putting that one out was because you could hear the background noise. And I'm someone that when I'm editing, I don't like hearing that background noise. And even though I can edit it out, when I listen back to it, I'm oh, that makes it unique. But then I stop recording, because then I'm how the episode went, to explain this pretty much. I was recording in this little top area of the cabin, and you could really hear my brother and his friends talking. And then it started getting louder, and I was like, I can't record when there's extra background noise. So I hit pause on it, tried to come back to record it, and I was just like, it doesn't work. But I may just upload it anyway, just for the heck of it, because why not? I have to start learning to just upload. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect to the way that I want it, but who knows? You guys may enjoy something like that, where it's like, you can tell like I'm not in my typical environment of my bedroom. I'm somewhere else. And it's harder in recording somewhere else, but it makes it also unique because you're not just hearing the train from down the street. You're hearing people talking, people laughing, a party going on. Who knows? Like, I want to be able to like include some of that environment, but not all of it, of course, to where it's like a distraction. But the plan is to get that one out. Like, I'm probably going to edit that one tonight and then just upload it soon. And speaking of having some stuff ready to go to upload, the Cozy Kickoff. If you haven't been paying attention to our social media or listened to the Cozy Kickoff episode 1, it is our fall series. I know we're heading into winter, but it is our fall series where we just like, I'm just excited, but it is our fall series where we reflect, think, and just reset our nervous system. And I wanted to have a moment where we prioritize our mental health because there's so many things going on in the world, so many things going on in our personal life, to where we don't really just stop and think about ourselves. We prioritize everybody else. We do things to keep our mind off of like everything that's going on. But when do we ever just take a break and just think about us? I deal with stress a lot, and I'm always like, how can I de-stress? How can I relax myself? Because if I don't relax myself, I'm going to burn out, or I'm just gonna, explode. So creating the Cozy Kickoff is just to help us like just reflect a little bit and to think and just take a moment through all that noise and just focus on us. I know it was supposed to come back, let's say a couple weeks ago. It didn't come back, but it is coming back, and it will be extended during the winter. Just because like you have your seasonal depression, you have your moments where like the winter time, it's like everything is dying, and it's like, okay, everything is dying. I'm ready to make a new version of myself. And how I see like the winter time, it's like, okay, I made it to the end of the year. What am I going to do to evolve myself in a way to where I can look back and go, this was a better version of myself. I'm taking the old me and creating a new version that I'm proud of. And having this series definitely is going to help not only me, and I hope it help. Ooh, I got to slow down when I talk, but hopefully it helps me and it helps you guys as well, because we all have our different battles and everything, and being able to relate and to simply just be like, okay, they understand what I'm going through. They've been there, or they've already gone through it, and they're helping someone like me overcome that. And I want to be able to do that for you guys, not only for our listeners, but our new supporters, and for Kobe and whoever it may be. Because there's so many things going on, but we never just stop for ourselves. And prioritizing ourselves is really going to be important. And I really do hope that, I probably repeated this like four or five times already, but I just hope it helps. But if you haven't already listened to the first episode, go back and listen to that one so that you can get like a feel of what to expect in the next episodes. And this is like an 8-week series. So there's going to be 8 episodes with this, and each of them are different, but they all tie together in a way that you can listen, you can reflect, you can apply, and move forward. And I think it's something that we definitely need, especially in this crazy time that we're living in. And like, that's like the one thing that I've been working on. And then another thing that I've been working on, I'm working on a project. And if you haven't saw like our Instagram last week, I posted about a project that I'm working on. And this project is called Operation Give Back. And the idea is to basically help out with the community when it comes down to donating food. And this idea came about when the government has shut down and people were they were on the verge of losing their SNAP benefits. And if you don't know what SNAP benefits are, when I was a kid, we called them food stamps. And pretty much it's government assistance when it's government assistance with food. So they supply like an X amount of money. You take that money to like a grocery store and you buy whatever you need. And I was reading like an article, and this number may be wrong. I may be close to what the number truly was. But at the time of me reading that article, it was like 20 million Americans are on the verge of losing their SNAP benefits. And I'm just like, okay, people are going to start losing their government funding, like their government assistance. But what is the city going to do for them? What is being done to help them? And I know during this time of year, you have like radio stations and companies like doing like food drives where they do like a turkey drive, they do a canned food drive and stuff. But I'm just like, that's a part of the community, but what is the city doing as a whole to help the people that are affected? So I was doing a lot of research. I was like staying up for a few nights just trying to figure out what can I do to help the people. Because growing up, I can relate because we did use SNAP benefits at one point. And I was like, okay, I understand. And even though it wasn't like terrible when I was coming up, but like knowing that people relied on it, and if let's say they missed a payment coming in, now they're worried about when their next meal is coming. So I was like, okay, let's create a plan. I'm going to create a plan, and I want to get as many people involved, even if it starts off with just me by myself. I want to get enough people involved to where we can pick up the slack that our elected officials are slacking on. So Operation Give Back is simply creating ready-to-make meals for families and donating them not even donating, dropping them off at different food pantries around the city. So if my goal is to make 50 bags, and these bags can be things to make spaghetti, to make chicken Alfredo, to make tacos, whatever it may be. And like, it's not like the bags aren't expensive either, they're like $5 bags. But the plan is to like drop off these said bags to where, like, basing it off of a family of 4, they can have a meal for a week. And if they need more bags, they can have that option as well. But the goal is to create these bags, donate these bags, and feed more families than what these food pantries are typically doing. And the plan also helps with alleviating some of that stress that these food pantries were dealing with prior, and what they're going to deal with moving forward, because there are a lot of Americans affected. And even though I'm only starting off from my small city, I have people that are in different areas of Georgia that are willing to help me with this project. And I'm just like, it is honestly amazing to see people come together for other strangers. And I'm not doing it for recognition. I'm not doing it for validation or approval from anybody. This is something that I simply want to do out of the kindness out of my heart, because I want to give back. I don't want to just give back during the holiday season of Thanksgiving and Christmas. I want to give back year round. So as the project continues to move and grow, I want to create, hopefully in December, 50 bags to donate first. And then each month the goal would be 100, or still starting out small, 50, where we do 25 the first week, like the first half of the month, and then 25 the end of the month. If we got 100 bags made, 50 for the first, 50 for the other. And I don't want it to just stop, because I know there are times out of the year where food pantries, they don't have much. And there are times where they have a lot. I want to keep them going. I want them to keep having the supplies that are needed to keep providing for these families. And hopefully as the project continues, I build more connections with people. I get more support from others, and it grows out of the state to where I can create an organization out of the podcast and grow that way. And like I said, it's not about like money or nothing. I just want to be able to give back to people, because you never know what somebody's going through until it actually happens. But I will say that this may have been like a shorter episode, but I care so much about the community, and I want to be able to give back as much as I can. I want to not only help in a way for mental health, but I want to help with the food shortage that we have, because it's a big issue in America. And I know that if we all band together, we can definitely get this job done and hopefully put a dent in it and actually look back and be like, because of my actions, things have changed for the better. But I can keep rambling on and on, but I gotta get ready to go to work. So if you guys enjoyed this short little episode, please share it. I don't care if it's with your dog. And stay tuned for the Cozy Kickoff. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, a great week, and I'll see you guys next time.